So we got about 600.
That's my baby.
Is that your right here? So Mopar.
Yeah, Mopar Life.
So your name?
It's Chris Cox.
Hey Chris, Sean.
Nice to meet you,
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
So now, was this up? You weren't at Carlisle this year?
No.
Okay, because there was cars. I didn't know if this was the one that was Carlisle. Somebody was selling one, so. But,
This was my dad's car, and I had a '73 Challenger.
oh, okay.
With 528 in it, and I traded the Challenger for this.
Oh, okay.
So that way he's got that, and I got this.
And you race this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Runs
So-
10 O's all day, like 147. So.
All right, so you guys got to go to Mopar Life, and then you got to call Martin Chrysler and tell them that you saw their car on our thing, so that they'll give him money for promoting them, because that's how it works when you have, they want to know somebody else saw it other than him. So we got to go, we'll go on to martinchrysler.net. So go there and just put a thing in that you saw this car on there. That way they give him more money so he can buy more tires and more gas, and then he can burn that up and they get a bigger sponsor and just keep the cycle going. So until he's racing Bob Bodie. So,
Thank you.
all right.
I appreciate it,
Thanks.
man.
So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. All right, guys, we're at Don Garlis Museum, his race car museum. They're having a Mopar show today. We've already looked at the Cudas and Challengers, all kinds of other cars. We've been in his garage. So if you want to see any of those videos, check them out. We're now going to walk down where there's dusters and darts and even a first or second generation Barracuda. So check these cars out. Here, guys. So there's a couple cars here, like this race car here, and there's a couple cool race cars. There's just a couple cars like this that are kind of, you know, survivorish, let's call it that. They're cool, they're survivorish, and then you have some that are fully restored. So 1970 Plymouth Duster 340.
I think that was a great warranty. That was a good sales incentive, you know.
Do you guys have any
I don't think the Heavies can ever get on that. I think the Heavies can only get a 12 year.
They're going back to the car.
But I think the Heavy, any car that Heavy has is excluded from it. And I think they applied to everything else.
This thing is just as clean underneath as it is up top.
Yes, ma'am.
What it is for a 71, I think. It had some kind of switch on it, maybe for...
Another nice 360.
Oh, the Hellcat is a...
So this one has the push windows. So when it has the push windows, is that the coupe or the hardtop?
The hard top.
It's the hardtop when it has the push windows. When they roll down, it's a coupe.
Oh, they don't roll down. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The ones that roll down are coupes, and the ones that don't are hardtops.
And the Viper is too low. Okay, this gives some clarification on the two cars we're going tonight. The exotic tickets for the Hellcat, is that the Charger, right? Hellcat Charger? Hellcat Charger. We're selling tickets for that today. And the Viper has
64 Plymouth Valiant. There's a Demon. Now this Demon's only about $100,000 less than the new Demon. This is 71 340. So the Dodge was the Demon, and then the Plymouth was the Duster. Here's another Dodge. Let's see, were they, well, we may have seen this car on the Hot Rod Power Tour, because we were on it too. So you may have seen this car on the Power Tour videos that we put up. Not sure. Were you guys on the Power Tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were up there too. Okay.
Y'all don't have, you wouldn't happen to have a cluster for one of these 70, 71, 72?
No. All right. A Hang 10. The only time I've ever seen another one of these is at Tim Wellborn's museum up in Alabama. Tim Wellborn has one of these as well in his museum, or in his house. I can't remember if it was at his house or in the museum, but he has one of these too.
In 32,004, and the stripes are all, but that didn't come from me.
What, the one of his?
That's the one he's got.
Okay.
You look at it, and then you look at the back of this one. Tell me what's right.
But I know when we were up there during the Hot Rod Power Tour, that's what they were saying. It was I never saw one they were talking about. So this is yours.
This is mine. You've seen it maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I had it up there.
Okay.
Middle Georgia went up there one time with a bunch of cars and he had his thing.
Right.
He'd seen it. He looked at it. That was a car.
Okay. Well,
Whether he
now, how long have you had this?
I don't know, give or take 10 years.
10 years. So, were you looking for one, or was it this condition, or did you have to?
No, it had sat under a tree, and when I found it, it was set in the front yard, and it looked like that took a pressure washer. You know how it'll streak?
Right.
Well, it was all streaked. What was left of the stripes were very, very faint. There's pictures of it in there.
Okay. What's your name? I'm Sean, by the way.
Chuck.
Hey, I'm with Junkyards at Bar Finds. We're a YouTube channel.
Oh, wonderful. But I do residential landscaping.
Okay.
And we were called to go in this development to do a yard cleanup. There's
Right.
some of the pictures.
Okay.
You can see how
yeah.
dirty the panels are.
Oh, yeah.
And this has been cleaned up since then.
Okay.
But there's the oval right there.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And they were the original owners, or had owned it from a period of time when it would have been original?
The original owner is a barber out of Warner Robins.
Okay.
Lowe's Barber Shop. Got the handlebar mustache,
Right.
you know. Everybody knows him. He was original. He sold it to a guy in Macon,
Right.
and another guy in Centerville bought it, and
Okay.
I found it.
Okay.
And didn't know what it was. I took a picture of it, went to the Dodge dealer, went in the service area, and showed him the picture. And somebody heard it and went up to the sales and brought back an old timer. Yeah, it's original. It's an optional pack.
Yeah, they're so rare. This is the only second one we've ever seen.
One of the guys in North Georgia had an article that said there was a little over 700 made in a year and a half.
Are these the 5150 guys that are up there off of 84? Right above.
North Georgia Mopar.
Oh, North Georgia Mopar. Okay.
And he said in some article that interested in learning more about Dart Hang 10, check out the article Old Cars Weekly.
Okay. So it's in there. So
in
you
there
can
it
look.
says a little over 700.
Now, did you have to get the surfboard made, or was that with the car?
Drag racer in Southwest Georgia found it laying along the road.
Okay.
And one of the club members in Middle Georgia was computer savvy, you know.
Right.
And he created a newsletter, and I said, well, find me a surfboard. So he put it in a newsletter, and this guy read the article and seen the ad, and he called me and he says, what are you going to do with the surfboard? I said, I'll put it in my Hang 10. What's that? So I told him what the car
Right.
was. He said, I need a picture. So I sent him a picture. He says, all right, come get it. So he got away from Mopar because it was so expensive. He went to Chevrolet. He's still drag racing. But he had a 360 in the corner there that come out of a old farm truck.
Right.
And he said, I haven't done nothing with it. I was going to, you know, redo it and stuff.
Right.
So I gave him a couple $100 for the motor. He gave me the surfboard. A guy in Byron, Georgia, took pictures of the car and come up with the side decals. So the 360 I got, I put in an 87 four-wheel drive that come out of California. And the guy that painted it said, this is the most enjoyable vehicle I've painted because it didn't have to do nothing. Just prep it and paint.
Wow.
Didn't skin coat or nothing.
Right. Well, nice car. And then the interior, the fabric and all, did you have to get that like purpose made?
They called old new stock.
Yeah.
It either come out of Washington State or Indiana. I'm not sure.
So it's actually an OS part.
Yes.
Or the fabric. Okay.
This had shag carpet. 75 had the nylon pile like this, but nobody had shag carpet.
Right.
Household shag carpet's too stiff. You could never get it to.
Right.
That's it.
Well, cool. It's really cool though.
A lot of computer work. A lot of stuff was found on the computer. Them covers back there, it's just like styrofoam. You touch it, it just crumbles.
Right.
Half of it was missing. And we had a show in Adel, Georgia. There was a guy from Ocala that said he had all that plastic stuff out of a Curry strip.
Right.
So I wasn't long coming to Ocala to find them. That's the replacement plastic stuff like that.
Gotcha. Well, this is really sweet. Like I said, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, as soon as I saw the side, I'm like, red, white, and blue. Yeah, that's what it is. So.
To keep it original has been a very challenging project.
I imagine.
If it's close to original as
You can get.
humanly possible this day.
Well, I mean, they were basically made for California because that's right around the time the surfer, everything was coming on, the movies were coming out, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, theme cars.
Right.
The period of theme cars.
The Judge, all that kind of stuff. So they wanted something that would appeal to people like the California, and not just California, because back then also a lot of tiki bars were still really popular. So the whole surf thing was going on.
But it must not have been popular option because, you know, that article says a little over 700.
Yeah. Well, very cool though. Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. Yeah.
There you go. Mopar Nationals.
You know where that's at, don't you?
There's another really nice first gen Barracuda. 66. It's the same age as I am, and its body is in way better shape than me, which sucks. And I've even put more filler in my body than this. Beautiful car. It's one of the first 66s I've seen that are kind of stock, because most everybody puts wheel tubs in them, air shocks, big M50s in the back, and puts a hood scoop on it. Huh?
All original. It's been
Now, how long have you had it?
in the family since it was new.
Wow, really?
I was 7 and helped my dad pick it up.
Wow. How many miles are on it?
155.
155, and this is all original, just,
Yep.
wow. What's your name? I'm Sean.
John.
Hey, John. I'm Sean with Junkyards and Barn Finds.
Yep.
So this is an all original car.
Yep.
Wow. And did you get to pick the color when you were a
It's been
kid?
repainted.
Right.
But it was the same.
Same
original
color, yeah, so just freshen the paint up.
Yeah, we ordered it from the factory actually.
Okay. And who picked the color, you or your dad? Or you don't
Guess it
remember?
was the both of us. I don't
Okay. So what made you pick a Barracuda, since it's been in your family for how many years then? 66, 56 years, because I was born in 66.
Yeah, so we were looking between a Dodge Dart and a Barracuda. I like the styling of the Barracuda.
And then why didn't you fix, like, you went through life like everybody else in the 70s and 80s would have changed things and done stuff to it, and you just never had that desire?
So it'd been sitting in the garage. My dad always wanted us to restore it.
Okay.
And so I finally did it about, I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
But it had been in the garage.
Was your dad alive to see the restore? Or?
No, he actually wasn't.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, now you got a tribute to your dad. I mean, every day you get in, it's got to be a memory floods back from something.
That's right.
So
I'm gonna pass it on to my daughters.
Wow. Wow. I mean, and it's really one owner. I mean,
Yep.
whatever you want to call it, but
Yeah.
it's essentially one owner.
That's right.
So, you know, if you were riding it when you were a kid with dad and you're still driving it, then
So I drove it in high school.
wow.
Yep.
It's freaking awesome. That is awesome.
So it's been a lot of fun.
And when you had to restore it, was it kind of just a freshen up, or was there a lot of stuff?
Well, it wasn't a lot of stuff. We replaced the upholstery in the front seats. The back seats is the original.
Because they were worn
Painted it,
from being
yeah,
used.
Rebuilt the engine.
And like you said, redid the paint same color because you got to freshen up the paint.
So he pulled the engine out. And he stripped it down and repainted it.
So you did it right, but
Yeah.
just no changes. It didn't need. Yeah. So, God, I need somebody to do. I'm a '66 model. Anybody got money to do that for me? Man, I need to be like stripped down and new interior, new exterior, new wheels, all that stuff.
It's been a fun car. Still got the 13-inch wheels on it.
Wow.
The original
Yeah.
hubcaps.
Tires must be hard to find. I would
They
think.
are.
They are. Hopefully, they're not the original tires.
They're hard to find though.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool.
Used to have 13-700s on it. And so,
Wow.
you know, it's a taller,
Right.
it's a taller car.
Right. Nice. Yeah. There's no low profile with this. And you had the original poverty caps on there.
Yep.
So wow. Now, are they the originals? Like never lost any, or you don't know?
So I replaced one.
Okay.
I still got it.
Right,
the
but it was
old
all
one.
dented or something.
Well, just right here it was dented in.
Oh, okay. So now you're happy you didn't like beat it to death in high school then.
That's right. That's right.
So like all of us did with our cars.
Yep.
So wow. Wow. Well, beautiful. Thank you so much for talking to me, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Original sales. Got the original, all that kind of stuff.
People want all this money.
This is the
Wow. Look at this, guys.
I had spur up there a year ago. I had 20 rounds.
And that was the original price.
So I'm a hat person now.
Wow.
And now it's still person.
There's the build sheet.
I need to get one.
You got everything
I
here.
really want to
Wow.
Oh, gosh, yeah. It was
Do a
great.
sale from Howard's Powers Motor Company.
People think, what are they on that thing for? They don't look bad. But now I know.
Wow.
Something
So-
percolating like it's
And that's the worksheet.
where my dad was figuring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was figuring out.
Like all the different things he wanted.
Yeah, he was
or
comparing the Mustang and the Barracuda.
Barracuda, Mustang.
I ain't gonna buy another.
A lot more here. So
They don't drive like the one I had.
awesome. Oh, thanks, man. That was awesome. Beautiful car. '64 Valiant. What a cool idea. So here's another one that has no license plate and it's got no radio, but it's got a really big engine in it. Let's see, and it is for sale. Make an offer. 332-425-1434 will. So it does have a nice wrap on it. And I don't know what kind of console shifter thing that is, but okay. It's got some old school Kraggers on it. Cracked putty in the back. It's a fixer-upper for sure, but I mean, it's fun. You're fine. Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
Most impressive thing with this car is that box of 8 tracks that probably still work in the back. Probably the most impressive thing in this whole car show.
I follow him, and he's continually changing. It works.
Or the rarest thing, let's put it that way. '69, 4-speed, nice. That. Nice. Somebody didn't get the memo about the Challengers because they all were coming in green. Or they weren't ripe yet, I don't know. Maybe they turned red after a couple hours in the sun.
This factory? Okay, so yes. Did that, okay. Yeah, I know, it's just, it doesn't really look cool though.
Sweet car. And they got matching shirts on, which
You got a big sombrero.
awesome. All right, guys, so we just did the Valiants and the Darts and Dusters. And so I hope you liked all those cars. And so we're now going to do another video. So put any comments you have down this. I really like that airport thing too. That's pretty cool. The one owner Barracuda is neat. The race car. So we had a lot of cool cars here. Next, join us we're going to go down Charger Super V Alley over here. We're going to go check those out in the next video. So I hope you like this one. Remember, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Here's April. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.
Where it says merchandise store right here, merchandise store link, you will see it says https://junkyards-barn-finds, and you click on that and it's going to take you here.